Good morning, everybody. Iran, how are you?
I'm well. Thank you for having me back on the podcast.
So glad you could join me as Brennan is taking care of some family things. I think he's got some sort of parent teacher conference thing going on there.
I know. Could it have been an email? Who knows? No, I'm kidding.
Uh,
I'm so
I
kidding.
know.
I'm not a parent. As one who is not a parent, I have
Yeah.
no right to comment.
When you are like, you have your kids in kindergarten, first grade, you're desperate for information though.
Okay.
Like you really want to know how they're doing, what's going on in there, because like the 2 hour can like little stuff here and there, you kind of you know what's happening, but when you go to the first grade, you really want to know how your kid is doing,
Mm-hmm.
stacked up against the other kids, because you're always
Okay.
constantly comparing.
Oh, that's terrible.
Oh, it's awful. Yeah, it's not a good feeling at all,
Ugh.
because all kids are great and equal, but as a parent, you just always want your kid to be the best,
I can imagine that.
right?
I can
So,
imagine that.
It's not
Sure.
fun.
No.
But no, you just got to remember that. And the teachers are always good about it. You know, they take care of you. So I always remember it was a little awkward bringing my parents into school. Wasn't very fun, but you know, I
Oh,
think
they made you go to the parent-teacher conference
yeah, I remember
with them?
like in middle school and high school for sure. It was like
Ooh.
you went with them so you could kind of show them around like this is my classroom, this is what I did here. Not you?
No, it wasn't. I mean, it was just parents.
Interesting.
They wouldn't bring us along.
They
at all,
would get
but
lost though.
I went to a religious school until high school, though.
Okay.
So maybe it was a private school thing. Like
Right.
maybe they just, came up with different rules
Different.
as private schools do.
Right. I remember going and like showing my parents like this is where my locker is. Like this is the stuff I have in my locker and like
Yeah, I don't have those memories. Look at
Huh.
you. That's so nice for
interesting. Yeah. And I'd show them like this is like where, the football locker room and things like that. So yeah, I'd like give them a tour around the school.
I was a theater kid though, and I was very involved with school otherwise. This was in high school, so my parents
Yeah.
would get that tour when they were there for shows.
Okay, sure. So you'd still show them around.
I would
obviously.
still show them around. Yeah, this
Okay.
is where I sit on the floor during my break.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, exactly. Right. This is where I go to have lunch. This is this classroom, that classroom, things like
Yeah.
that. So, all right. So, some things to talk about. We had a fun morning. Brockport Arts Festival is a really big festival around here in Monroe County. And let's see here if we have some video.
We
Do you want to read through this? Do you have the script?
Yeah, absolutely. So the organizers for the Brockport Arts Festival recently submitted their plans kind of for next year's event, but for the first time in decades, the village board did not approve the plans right away, which is kind of a big deal. And it seems to be a little bit of a debate between the village and these organizers. So the main thing that they had an issue with was kind of funding, where nobody was happy with how the funding was going. So the village was kind of getting those profits after, and the people who were organizing the festival weren't necessarily getting the money back that they wanted to put back into the festival.
Yeah.
But the town was using those profits for other things. So basically the mayor is saying that this shouldn't be an issue in the
Yeah.
long run, and they expect this to go through because they used to partner with the village to
Sure.
put on the festival.
Right.
But again, mayor saying this shouldn't be an issue in the long run. Do we have that sound?
Yeah.
I don't
Let's
think
see.
there will be any
See if
issues
this
with,
works here.
with passing the agreement at all. I don't think there's any issues. This MOU is essentially new, and that's why we wanted to go over it and have our attorney look at it, just because it's a different way of running the festival this year compared to last year.
Yeah, so the mayor really stressing that the board will still approve the plan by the end of the month. And I think the festival happens in August, so it's not, something that they have to worry about that's happening tomorrow.
Right.
But still, a lot of people like this festival. Have you ever been?
No, I've never been, but I've been to Brockport a bunch of times. It's a very cool little downtown area, and obviously by this video that we're showing, it's a very popular festival.
Yes. No, people
So-
were talking about this at board meetings. This is
Yeah.
a topic of discussion. It always
Right.
amazes me how long before these things,
Yeah,
like
the
plans
conversations have to
made.
happen.
Like the thing ends,
Sure.
and then you're like, okay, next year.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because you got money coming in and money going out, right? You got money coming in from the vendors there, but you got money going out because you want extra security. You have to block off the roads. That's going
Right.
to cost money as well. So there's all these things that the town has to pay for. How do they get that funding, I guess, is kind of the question.
Right. So they were explaining that kind of traditionally those surpluses would go to support local parks and recreation projects.
Okay.
But
There you
then
go.
the people for the festival had like $10,000, which is obviously a lot of money. But when you're putting on a huge festival, that might
Yeah.
not be sufficient
Right.
profit to handle that. So
Yeah,
they
yeah.
moved there. It's interesting.
Was there any conversations with with Sweden? Like that's the town in there, right?
I wouldn't know.
Town
This
of
was
Sweden.
Ryan Hermanet reporting.
Oh, okay. We'll have
So
to bring
we're
Ryan on
taking
here.
his beautiful
We are.
reporting and giving it some light.
We are. Yeah, there you go. Brockport, though. Great spot, though. Good canal spot. And they also got their bridge back,
They did.
which is nice.
My-
that was a headline
My
for a
best
long time.
memory in Brockport is I was there reporting for what was it? It was September 11th. They were really great there with how they
Oh.
do their ceremony.
Uh-huh.
And then I got to go to the diner, the local diner.
Okay, there you go.
Just made it a day.
Did you go through SUNY Brockport, the school there?
No.
It's right on the edge. It's pretty cool. The campus is like right on the canal, which
Oh,
is
very
neat.
cool. It's
And
probably beautiful.
It is beautiful, and they have a good weather meteorology program there at
Oh,
SUNY Brockport.
very cool.
Not me. There's a lot of local meteorologists, though. Stacy Pension, former news aider, she went to Brockport. I was Oswego, so a little bit different than that. Let's talk about birds here, shall we?
Oh, this was a good one.
Yeah, so it's the annual part. And I'll take this read
Go
here.
for it.
In Washington, 2 lucky turkeys ready for their close-ups. Gobble and Waddle, I guess it
Gobble
would
and
be.
Waddle.
Waddle, yeah, it'll be officially pardoned by President Trump later today, as the classic pre-Thanksgiving tradition at the White House goes back nearly 80 years. The 2 North Carolina turkeys spent Monday night at the Willard Hotel in a luxury suite, normally costing $400 a night.
And that's the part of the whole thing that gets me. I mean,
Yeah.
they're beautiful birds. Look at them.
Yeah.
They're gorgeous. But how dare you spend a night at a $400 a night
amazing.
hotel?
Yeah, they're probably pooping and peeing all over the
Like,
floor too.
You get to exist. Isn't that enough? No, I'm kidding. That's so mean. They are really beautiful,
They got
Gobble
lucky.
and Wobble. I wonder if the names were so that they'd get pardoned one day.
Yeah, that's true.
There was hope.
I heard they interviewed the farmer on CBS Mornings, and the farmer said that these turkeys were the first to like come up to the farmer and like say hello in the morning.
Ah,
So they were like nice turkeys.
okay.
So-
They were planning ahead.
No bad days for these turkeys.
Not at all.
I feel like the reality that we're eating an animal comes true with this story.
Cognitive dissonance.
Right. It's
You do not think
100%.
about the cow while you're biting into the burger.
Right. And you don't think about the bird when you're just buying this sack of meat from the store.
Nope.
You know, it's just like a frozen brick. You're like, okay, this is what I'm going to cook. And then you see this, you're like, oh, it's like kind of a cool looking animal.
Yeah. My niece recently understood that animals are the food that she's eating.
Uh huh.
And so now she's like in a phase where she doesn't want to touch meat,
Oh, really?
except for chicken nuggets.
Except for chicken nuggets. Because chicken nuggets are so far away from the
Yes.
actual chicken. There's been so much done to that animal that she's like, okay.
She's like, it's not a
Chicken
chicken
nuggets.
anymore. We'll call it something else.
Yeah, yeah. I went through a vegan phase there for a little bit, probably 2018, 2019, and like vegan vegetarian. And I really just ate just tons of vegetables and beans and legumes, and it was pretty good. I liked it, but I just love the taste of meat.
Yeah, I actually really tried to make my household vegetarian, but my
Yeah.
husband was like, no.
Oh, he put his foot down.
But it's okay. Now I'm going back to doing the majority of the cooking
Okay.
because I have kind of less life commitments at the moment.
Sure.
So guess what?
Yeah. Right. So you're okay with that. What's your like favorite? What's your like vegan vegetarian go-to meal? I'm curious.
I don't know how to say this in English. What are the not bulgur? Burgle? It's like
I've
a little.
never
It's
heard
like
of
a
that
grain.
before.
It's a grain, and
Okay.
you can make it into kind of like a chicken
Burger.
nugget type situation.
How-
Burgle.
How do you spell it?
I think in English it's Burgal.
Burgle.
Am I right?
Wheat. Yeah, it's like
Am I correct?
Bulgur. Bulgur.
I was close.
Bulgur.
Look at James
Bulgur
looking
wheat.
things up.
It looks like a couscous.
Yes, it looks like a couscous, but it doesn't taste like couscous.
Yeah, it looks like couscous. Yeah.
So
for
you
sure.
kind of, mix that up with eggs, some veggies, maybe some lentils.
Considered healthier than rice.
It's very good. It's good in salads too.
Yeah, couscous. Yeah, a lot of grains are great. I like I mean, a big rice fan, but I did a lot of garbanzo beans, chickpeas,
Yeah.
hummus as well. And then beans, obviously nuts, huge as well. And then like there's ways to do it. But eggs I could never get away from.
What do you? Oh,
I
you
love
can, you
eggs.
needed.
Like I could never do vegan. Vegetarian I could do all day long, but I love cheese and I love eggs.
Yeah, that's more. It's true.
You
Like
know?
I could be a pescatarian.
Okay, there you
I
go.
do like
yeah,
fish.
Sure. Yeah, fish, tilapia, things like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that good stuff. Okay, let's see. Do we have? Oh yeah, let's keep on kind of the gift giving thing and the holiday with UPS prices go.
Oh
not
yes.
this one.
I was gonna ask you about that. I was gonna ask you if you mail things often.
There we go. I do not, but I get a lot of mail, aka Amazon. We get a lot of Amazon.
Let's give the people the story first. So USPS says the cost of shipping will go up in the new year. The increases will take effect January 18th in hopes of boosting revenue. Priority mail rates will rise to nearly 7%. Ground shipping will go up by 7.8% and parcel select by 6%. Additional increases are also planned for next year, including higher fees and premium forwarding, package interception, international services, and a 44% jump in certain foreign bulk mail services. As one who doesn't use the postal service like ever,
Yeah.
my brain doesn't go to this will affect me, but also this will probably affect me.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, you just see it in the price going up. Right, with things shipping. You know, it's interesting because fuel prices haven't changed. And you'd think that, like, if fuel prices go up, then, yeah, I'm going to see the price go up. But maybe labor costs?
Maybe. I
Right.
don't know. We'll find out more as time goes on. I'm hoping to do
Yeah.
my yearly. It's time for the holidays. So how is
Yeah.
USPS doing? It's
Yeah.
always fun to get into their facility and kind of see
Oh, sure.
so many boxes.
Right.
So
It's
many.
wild. Do you ever return a lot of things? Like gifts? Oh, this was so great. And then a week later you
No,
return
I
it?
tend to not to return gifts just because I feel like it's not very nice. Although when other people exchange my gifts,
Yeah.
I actually prefer it because I want you to have something that you want.
Sure. Right. My wife, she just, if it's not perfect, she'll return it.
I mean,
There's times where I'm like, "Are you?" And she's like, "Yeah, I'm getting rid of it." Man, it's kind of savage.
but she's right. She shouldn't have something that she doesn't want. Well,
She does a good job with it.
okay. She's kind about it.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, so teaser coming up. We're going to talk about this political fourth grader.
Oh yeah.
We'll do weather because that's a big headline, and then we'll get a tease of your new podcast, The Last Page.
Yeah.
Here we go. You know, it's the order of the buttons that gets me.
Is it? You're doing great. You are doing
Thank
amazing.
you. You're too kind. You're too kind. Yes. Once we get Brennan back tomorrow, he'll run the show. Okay, so interesting story. Politics we talk a lot about in the news, but we don't talk about politics of young children.
No.
How about this fun story of this fourth grader in Atlanta making waves in the classroom and on social media? Christian Brooks is this year's breakout star at Benteen Elementary School, where they brought back the elections for student council. And Brooks' father posted his campaign speech on social media. The election took a twist here. And then where I think basically he was kicked out and then had to be a write-in candidate.
Yep.
That is
No.
wild.
He's super. He looks like a politician as he's walking. Like this kid looks like he's like. Did you see that video where he was look at him?
Yes.
He's ready to go. Also being a write-in, like
So you said you were in class politics as well?
I was the school president, 8th grade, because I went to a K through 8 elementary school, and yes.
So you ran the whole school.
So I ran the whole school, which
Yeah.
really meant that I collected money for pizza day.
Okay, yeah, I know, right? The jobs of those kids are not.
Who's trusting a child with counting money, like going around collecting, taking down these orders? Like,
Yeah.
I was fully making the phone call to like make the. What was I? How old are you when you're in eighth grade?
Eighth grade is 14.
14?
Yeah, 13, 14-ish.
Yeah, I guess.
Something like that.
I guess it was half okay, but I feel like I should have been supervised just
Hey.
slightly more than I was.
Good on you.
And my speech.
Yeah, your campaign speech.
Yeah, my speech was great. There was an approved version, but my whole life I've been told that when you speak publicly, you should like look up, right? You shouldn't look at the paper. So what came to mind at the moment was school isn't a lot of fun, everybody, but we can make it better.
Yeah, right. I do not enjoy this, but we can figure it out.
My principal's look, like the look on her face was amazing.
You were like, tear it all down and we'll rebuild.
Yeah, but I ran into her a couple years later. It turns out she really liked me.
Oh, really?
I know.
Oh, that's cute.
It is.
Eighth grade was the year I kind of started falling in love with weather.
Really?
Actually, yeah.
What
yeah.
happened?
Earth science. I really enjoyed earth science. Enjoyed learning about it, and then I liked clouds, and then I liked snow. I was a huge snow lover, being from Brighton, and so we got a lot of snow. And then from that, I was looked around in college for schools that had a meteorology degree available for people. So basically I took that and then I looked around and then SUNY Brockport applied there, Oneonta, Oswego, and then I decided to go to Oswego. So yeah, it was kind of a funny transition. How did you get into journalism, Aran? I don't think I've ever asked you that.
I accidentally fell into it. I studied communications for undergrad, but the only reason I did that was because I was told not to do liberal arts. Like apparently at one point that became a thing that you shouldn't do. So
Really?
I went with communications because I didn't know what I wanted to do. And then my program had a like visual element if you want. So you could have gone like the marketing route or you could have gone like the journalism route. So
Sure.
I chose that route. It seemed more fun to me. Forget about the fact that later on I worked in marketing.
Yeah.
So that might have been helpful. But then I got a job at a digital channel. The only reason is because I was abroad and I spoke English.
Oh, okay.
So they gave me the job.
Oh, nice.
And then I was like, this is fun. Let's do a degree.
Yeah.
And then I got my master's degree in journalism, and now I'm here.
You speak Hebrew and English. Have you ever had to like use both of them?
Not in the
at work?
journalism world,
Okay.
but I have. My first job was at an after-school program, and the reason I got the job is because I speak Hebrew.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, and I had to help with homework in Hebrew.
Right. Okay. Very cool. Nice. Yeah. It's really like a path from news to PR and then back to news.
Yeah.
Like our assistant, Andrew Banis, he
Right.
did some like PR for, I think, Ananda or Wayne County, something like that. If you see the PR person for RG&E, you might say, oh, they look like a reporter that used to work at 13 Wham. Christian Garzone, he used to work here, then was 13, then he went over to the veteran
VOC,
yeah, you know what I mean. It's just there's kind of like this interesting.
But I feel like the people who do that really love it. Like I feel like you really have to love this job
Sure.
in order to do it. Like it's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
one of
yeah.
those jobs that you go in for the paycheck. You really have
Yeah.
to love talking to people, understanding
Sure.
things, wanting to ask questions, and have people look at you like,
Yeah.
what
Well,
are,
it's
what
adjacent.
are you talking to me?
It's work adjacent. It's like the same thing in government. How you have people that work for the FDA that used to work in these big companies.
Right.
They're like, well, I worked with the FDA, so now I'm just going to work for the FDA.
Yeah,
You know?
your knowledge is valuable on the other side of these things.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so I want to hear about the last page. Is that what's going to be called? The last page?
Yes,
See if
the
I can
last
find the right-
page. It's our News 8 book club. It's a new show coming to the Rochester
There we go.
First streaming app. And we read books only by local authors, and then we get to have them on the show for the book club discussion, which is awesome. So, like, while you're reading the book, you're like, I want to ask the author this question. And of course, everybody watching at home, when you read along with us inevitably for this next episode,
Yes.
after you've read Merch Table Blues, because it's awesome. We'll announce that book tomorrow. And once we read along, you have those questions, you send them to us, and then we get to ask the author.
That's very cool. And I do have the SOT from him, and it's about a cult, right?
Right. So it's a band that has a cult following, and Peter Connors, the author of Merch Table Blues, which is the first book we read, kind of had his own experience in the local indie rock scene, and that inspired this book.
Everybody would always say, well, it's a cult following, right? If you're a deadhead, and people would think like, maybe it is a cult, And that was really, that simple question is what drove the book. Like, what if a band with a cult following actually had a cult following?
Yeah, and that's airing today. So
Love that.
hope everybody watches. And my dream here is for everybody to be like, oh, this book is amazing, and just send me questions that I can then ask the author.
Yeah,
like,
sure.
100. Oh, that would be
Right.
amazing.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, it's very cool. And cults are fascinating.
Cults are
People
fascinating.
love reading about them, watching them. Whenever you see like a show on cults, like on Netflix or something like that, you like just immediately, I gotta watch that.
Because and also what the book does really well, and I think sometimes in shows and stuff, you don't get this, but situations that are not okay or that lead into something not okay
Yeah.
are usually not blatant, right?
Oh, sure. Like
Like-
it comes on slowly.
Right. So I think that's people's fascinations with cults
Yeah,
as well, is
yeah.
that it's like, how did people even get to the point
Yes.
where they're in a cult? And, that's what we're fascinated by, is seeing
Totally.
that slow movement, which is what this
Right.
book does.
And it's so funny because, like you say that, what you see is you see the most extreme at the very, very end. You always say, oh, wow, that cult is crazy. Well, it didn't seem crazy at first.
Right.
At first, it seemed like a bunch of people just getting together and having a good time.
Right?
And you're like, that sounds like me. I want to be a part of that.
Right.
And then it slowly gets to where, freaky stuff happens.
And that's where everybody's fascinated with that
Yeah.
point. But it took a minute to get there.
Yes.
How did he get there? And you get to experience that kind of in the book.
The frog in boiling water.
The frog in boiling water.
Have you heard that before?
No.
If you if you throw a frog in a pot of boiling water, it'll jump out immediately. But if you put a frog in a pot of normal water and then you
Oh,
slowly
heat it
bring
up.
that water up to boiling, the frog will boil.
That is so sad.
I don't know if this might not even be a real thing. It's just a saying,
Well,
like a frog in a pot of boiling water.
it's a terrible saying.
But that's
Watch me use it,
it
now.
makes sense though. I think I think about that saying all the time, that when you think that have slowly up to a boil,
Mm-hmm.
that's when bad things can happen. So interesting stuff there. Okay, we got about 2 minutes, and it probably could take me 5 minutes to explain the weather because it is so crazy. We try to make this podcast generally. Evergreen is the word I'm looking for, but this is worth covering because if you're watching this now, we have a very impactful system coming in. Rain coming in later today, transitioning over to snow showers going into tomorrow. So Wednesday's kind of that big transition day. Thanksgiving, we'll have snow showers, blowing snow around, temperatures just above 32. So I don't think we see a lot of accumulation there until late in the day. Black Friday, that's the impactful day there. That's when we could see strong winds, blowing snow, lake effect, and then some accumulation around there as well. I think that's kind of the day where at least Monroe County, Rochester could get some accumulation. And then after that is when we probably see some more cold air really hanging out with us Friday night and then into Saturday there, which is going to be interesting. So I'll show you the 8-day forecast here. Altogether, I think the travel is going to be the worst as we get into like I-90 south of Buffalo heading towards Cleveland. Lovely drive, unless it's winter and you're getting significant lake
Right.
effect snow. Like that's the area that Hochul shuts the thruway down when the snow gets
Okay.
bad. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to be that extreme this time. But what's interesting, Aran, is that the wind is going to be so strong with lake effect snow. If you have 40 to 50 mile per hour winds, that destroys the lake effect snowband, or it can tear it up so it's not as strong, or it goes further inland rather than just impacts the shoreline. So, like I went to school, Oswego, known for getting a lot of snow, but it was so windy there all the time that the snow actually went further inland. So it was really just crazy windy and blowing snow. It's not like we
Okay.
got really a lot of accumulating snow.
Okay. Well, I don't like the wind. More so than I don't like snow or rain.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
wind is my enemy.
It is going to be so windy Wednesday night, Thursday, and then Friday as well. Brendan said he's doing the turkey trot Thursday. Good luck. I'm glad it's not me. The
We'll
turkey
check in with
trot,
him.
low 30s, wind chills in the low 20s, howling winds, blowing snow just seems very unpleasant Thursday
It's
morning.
Misery Loves Company, right? He has somebody going
That's-
with him.
I mean, that's huge. It's probably the biggest 5K in Rochester,
Wow.
outside of like maybe the Rochester Half Marathon. Yeah, it's huge. Thousands of people. They got one. Victor has one. I think there's one on the east side or the west side rather. So
Oh, those people who wake up to do that. Good
no
for
thanks.
Them.
All right, that's it for us. Thank you guys for watching so much. We appreciate it, and we will see you tomorrow.
Yep.
Get the Rochester First streaming app today for everything you love from News 8 on demand, plus exclusive shows you won't see anywhere else. Search ROC and download for free on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV.